We are back underway with Wise Gaming and Broken Alliance. We are already in the ban and protect phase, so we can get things started back up. Top of the game, and already the first ban going to be the overclock.
Yep.
Saw this, quite often in the CWL so far. Overclock helps you get those specialists just quicker than normal, to be quite honest, and definitely strong, especially with those abilities. Not one to have to deal with it in this game is Broken Alliance.
Absolutely, and overclock, definitely one of the major perks you use for that perk 1 spot. Also could kind of substitute that for flak jacket as well. So you're going to see Afterburner be taken out. So that's going to be the main one of choice. Could see the later ban and protect phase kind of also involve that, whether it's a ban against concussions, flashes, or protects against those things will obviously kind of remain to be seen. But also seeing the Vesper and the Shiva be back in place as well, kind of surprising, especially due to that recent Vesper kind of, I guess, patch against it a little bit. It's kind of affected its overall performance.
Oh, and definitely, and on a map like Breach, we haven't seen too many people venture into using the Vesper post-patch, but if there's a map you can use it on, it's this one. A lot of close-quarter engagements. Sure. The Vesper is still really probably the best in class at winning. When you just get the swift hip fire with that high rate of fire, it is just so lethal. Now in the ban and protect phase, you can see kinetic armor picked up by D-Jax and Clink to finish things out. Magsy again, we saw the heat wave earlier on. He's going to be bringing that one out as well. And B-Peen with the Scythe. No real big surprises here. Looks like everything kind of up to speed as it's been. So far, really, my number one thing has been kind of the use of specialists we've seen from teams, right? We've seen some squads who went to go heat wave to break a hard point, and they've either missed an opportunity. We saw a heat wave earlier in the day by Ego that wound up stunning his own teammates.
Exactly.
Thoughts so far on specialists? What are some of your favorites to use in hardpoint?
Obviously, something like Heat Wave is obviously very useful. The Purifier, I think, has been kind of like a fan favorite as well. Having those weapon specialists, very, very important. You have to also kind of limit yourself. I think definitely as far as the regular specialists go, I think abilities definitely favor over the weapons, I guess you could say. But either way, I think something like kinetic armor, heat wave, scythe, purifier, something along those lines that we always see. But I think active camo has been a major surprise. That's, I think, kind of like a fan favorite as well as one of my favorites.
Oh, definitely. I spoke about it earlier. Really is a great tool to help break a hard point. Or if you're in a hard point, hey, two players are about to pinch in from, or even come from the same area. You pop it. You give yourself that peeker's advantage. Catch the player off guard. It's those kind of small, intricate details that have now begun to really get mastered by the pro players and even these up-and-coming players in the open bracket, where they begin to feel more and more comfortable. They start to get the hang of the different specialists and score streaks. And even now we've seen kind of more of a focus in the COD World League on banning the likes of Perk 3 Greed or protecting Perk 1 Greed or anything like that, just because of how much of a focus there is on nades now. People beginning to kind of realize, these nades can help throw maybe a better team with better gun skill than us off, help use it to their advantage.
Oh, yeah, and you'll see the teams like Complexity, for instance, always want to use flashbangs, always want to use concussions, because obviously they're not the best slaying-heavy team, but they're playing against a FaZe and Optic and Envy where they're not really typically going to slay them out. They always try to get anything in their advantage as possible. That's why you'll see teams who are, particularly better in slaying, get rid of those. They want to force the gunfights, and like I said, teams like Complexity, who are not necessarily based on those gunfights. Concussions can really change the tide of a game and are always involved in the ban and protect phase.
We saw Complexity and Optic Gaming battle out this past week, and Parasite did just that for his squad, really the main one, focusing in on protecting those concussion as well as flashbang grenades. We are loading up into the map, though. It's going to be Fringe Hardpoint yet again. If you are just joining us, Fringe Hardpoint map 1, Infection Uplink map 2, and then, did I say Fringe? Breach Hardpoint map 1, then Infection Uplink map 2, and then Fringe Search and Destroy map 3. Here we go, though. Off the start, we're watching Rays of Gamma from Wise. He keeps seeing me. He goes, gas me up on stream, Courage.
Exactly, man.
Make me look good. You can tell he's someone who's hyped to be playing on the main stage.
Absolutely. Speaking of him for a second there as well, he was always, at least whenever he came up to me during the break and he was talking about, watch me, I'm the best player in the game. He was literally so hyped. He wanted to always be on stream, and he also kind of pointed out his teammate Jitter as one guy to be watching out for. So just a couple of guys, at least from the side of the guys over on Wise, they always have, like I say, players to watch out for.
Oh, definitely. And Mystic right there. Nice two-piece with the M8. Seems like one of the guys in this squad who's really in charge of kind of locking down the spawns for his team. Plays more of a statue AR type role, but can get aggressive if needed, especially to help break the hard point. Reminds me a lot of kind of the play style of Formal. Off the start, though, it's Broken Alliance taking an early lead, about doubling the score currently of Wise. Wise, though, will get this last little bit of scrap time to help tie back up the game. Already on the rotation, though, is Broken Alliance. They've got Magsy inside the hard point. We'll see how long they're able to hold it down.
Yeah, this is going to be a big time, possibly for Magsy. Those rotations to be so important. You're going to see a couple players actually from Wise get ready to enter, and Magsy going to have to kind of encounter this, able to drop one big kill out of him, as those entry frags are going to be so big for them to grab a little bit of seconds and obviously give them a little bit of a lead.
You can see the middle of the map is the pressure point right now for Wise. They send 3 people there. Plesia with the nice watch of that bottom lab area to make sure, hey, his team doesn't get caught off guard. But now as I say that, it's the pinch from Wise as well as his teammate. It looks like they're able to get one, not going to pick up the second, but there's D-Jax to trade the kill. Wise gained control with still 30 seconds left in the hard point.
They do indeed got to keep in mind those rotations getting ready to come into play. As looks like Plesia going to try it last second, but no, actually going to get the slight mantle there. A little bit of an unfortunate play. Picks up 1 kill, and his teammate is going to possibly pick up this second. So good time there coming out of Broken Alliances. They're going to grab the last couple of seconds of scrap time. So big points for them, but Wise automatically on that rotation. Definitely, a key factor for them in that first. That first game was kind of, can you be on those rotations? Can you bring it back? And it looks like they're going to be ready here over in Palace. Those trophies down. And those players set up.
Love that play from Rays of Gamma. He spotted the players, his only goal there, then he wound up backing off. He knew there were 2 players coming. Instead of me forcing a 1-on-2 gunfight from range, let me give myself a better chance. Unfortunately, though, it still doesn't work out in his favor. The break comes in from BA, and now they're trying to regain their lead that they've had earlier on. Still a 26-second difference. Plesia able to stay alive even though he was heat waved. So Broken Alliance doing a fantastic job of kind of watching each other's back. Magsy on a 4 streak now. They've got an HG coming in as well. Clink double positive. All things going right for Broken Alliance at the moment.
There are indeed big 2 kills coming in. Pleasing. Can he find the third? He does with A60. Gonna come in there from Clink. So a little bit of help there in the end. 20 seconds left in the hard point, and Broken Alliance have technically broken this game up to this point. Big kill coming in from Pleasing yet again on a little bit of a streak here as he finds yet again another kill. Broken Alliance breaking this game open as they have officially reached that 100-point mark. Rotations getting ready to come into Greenhouse. Wise has got to set up for this one, and they have to hold this one down. This is the money hill kind of for this map. Got to keep that in mind as well, as they're most likely
definitely
to drop.
Magsy, great use of using that top window, and the big gunfight win right there was BP'ing at the back of the map. He won the AR fight with the player sitting back vents, and now look at the spawns Wise get because of that. An example of where one gunfight can absolutely change a hill in Black Ops 3. They've now regained control. The pinch try to come in from Wise. Unfortunately, though, it does look like Magsy and crew will clear out the hill again, and the lead is growing now for Broken Alliance. What was 30 seconds at the last hill now blown wide open to 80+. Great use of camo right there by Rays of Gamma, and it does look like Broken Alliance will still hold on to the hard point. Just doing a better job at trading inside the objective right now, Landon. Yeah,
they're just absolutely a slang. The side of Wise right now. You see Wise on that rotation constantly because they get outslayed, and Broken Alliance easily kind of breaks that setup that Wise had. We were kind of saying before as the hard point gets ready to rotate here at the bottom lab is, set up, be ready. That's what Rays of Gamma is trying to do right now, trying to possibly propel his team to a little bit of a better performance. As this is the last hill of the first side rotations. Wise, DJX is going to be set up on the other side. Gamma to possibly hold this one down as these players kind of waiting for a possible team push, and at the wrong time turns around, and that's going to be Broken Alliance taking control of this game yet again.
Clink, great job using kinetic armor there. He was really the bait, right? He pushed in first, let his teammate Magsy flank from behind, and because of that, Magsy now on a 6 streak. He's triple positive. He's fully streaked out. Everything going right for Broken Alliance at the moment. They're completely outslaying their opponents as well. This one is going downhill quick for Wise. And Landon, it just seems like right now they're just not pushing as a full unit. They're going in one by one. You can see in the kill feed, they just keep getting outgunned.
Oh, God. Magsy is absolutely destroying as he is 10. He's got a 10 score streak currently going on for him right now, absolutely destroying the side of Wise, and those rotations getting ready to come into play, obviously. And he's got streaks to work with. Going to go on a little bit of a ride. That ride is obviously going to end pretty shortly.
Oh, my God.
A last-second push there out of the side of D-Jax, but it's just not going to work out. And the rich are getting richer right now as Broken Alliance have completely taken control over this game.
He doubled up on his lightning strike there. Didn't even elect to use the first one. Right now, the AR players of Broken Alliance just seem to be outclassing Wise. A 130-second lead. Great use of score streak so far as well. The HGXD is continuing to be used to break the hard point. The entire kill feed is filled with red as well right now, Landon, as this is just getting out of hand quick for Wise. Broken Alliance have come out of the gates stronger than ever.
They absolutely have, and that Guardian in place. Like I said, the rich are getting richer right now, and especially Mags. He's 25-7. Man is absolutely destroying it right now. Over a minute and 50 seconds in the hill, and this has just been utter domination from the side of Broken Alliance. There's no really other way to say it. 215 to 62. As Magsy continues to be on a tear. And, while he does die there, he's at least taking 2 or 3 players with him. That's obviously, going to be a very important part for, for the side of Broken Alliance. But Wise just not having any luck right now as Mystic. He's fighting for 5 seconds, and he doesn't even win that gunfight. That's just been the main issue, is just slaying overall.
And you hit the nail on the head right there. You can go and look at it. You can try to analyze, be like, what do you think it is? What's not going right now for Wise? what it really comes down to is they're being outclassed in their gun engagements. Currently, Broken Alliance positive 32 in the slaying department. That is not a winning formula if you are a fan of Wise, as it looks like there's another push coming in from Broken Alliance. 2 players have spawned out. The HCXD entry again, and even though there's a team kill from BP, it does look like they're able to break it momentarily. Finally, though, the spawns do go in favor of Wise, but they need to continue to push this hard point. They can't allow BA to get these next 30 seconds because they will just honestly be way too close to winning this one if they want to have any chance of coming back.
Absolutely not. There's going to be one last player getting ready to enter in here. D-Jax is going to have to go big. One player to beat, and that's going to do it. So Wise bringing a couple seconds back here. Obviously, you know, being inside of Shaq is going to propel you a little bit of points. But you got to keep in mind those rotations coming in. It looks like it's going to be Broken Alliance, who are set there perfectly. I mean, this is just going to work out perfectly. Finds one. Can he find the second? He narrowly does, and that's going to be big as Broken Alliance are on that rotation, looking to close this one out.
And the Guardian was still top middle. Finally, it does die as Wise begin to push on in. Broken Alliance now within 30 seconds of winning this game. Clink doing a great job of just playing his corners. A challenge comes in. He's got 2 teammates there to trade, though. Looks like Wise, though, have a one-on-one engagement, but there's the help from top middle. So it seems like every time Wise get a couple kills, the communication just better for Broken Alliance. Even down to that moment right there, they get the trade again. They've got Heatwave ready, and they're just 10 seconds away from winning map number 1. I mean, this game is just over right now, Landon, as Broken Alliance have just run away with this one.
They absolutely have, and that was just basically, I mean, kind of just shows how talented the Broken Alliance squad really are. You know, that hard point ends up being 250 to 120 as they absolutely destroy. Got to take a look here really quick at the scorecard for myself. Magazine went 32 and 10.
Wow.
32 and 10.
Leading the game and his team as well in Hill Time. Talk about an MVP-type performance. There's your final kill cam coming in, and the look at the rosters in the booth. Broken Alliance. Crazy game 1 performance there as they're able to win map number 1. And now map 2 will be Infection Uplink.
Yeah.
Obviously a little bit more of a presence on the ARs on the map.
Yes.
Sometimes we do see a 3-1 split, but